Libra, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into your current situation, your current energy, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's now start with your main energy. Okay, your first message today is you are very close to achieving your goal. And you know what, Libra? I'm sensing that this message is arriving at a moment when you feel instead so far from what you actually are trying to achieve here, making it hard to believe this message for some of you. But I can tell that is your main challenge, in fact. You have no idea how powerful your own thoughts and beliefs are and how much they actually impact the situations around you. And not because of invisible vibrations or frequencies and who knows what other bro science concept, but mainly because your beliefs impact your decision making, impacting your risk taking as well, and ending up impacting your entire life. So, at least so far, this reading is reminding you that you are always close to achieving your goal as long as you start believing that you are. Now, let's see what this message actually is about. Let's do our 3 shuffles and let's begin with your reading. Okay. Okay. Well, we see that death, rebirth, the world as well. Something is going to end, something new is beginning, and this one is actually a very exciting one for you. First of all, judgment and the world, you're starting very, very strong today. This is a very important message right here for a very important turning point in the situation. I can tell with this initial setup that you have really been going through a lot recently. There is something that you went through or that you're just about to come out of, even if you don't know it yet, obviously, that once it will be over with, you will look back and think to yourself, how did I even manage to do that? I really was able to overcome a major obstacle, and even if it hurts at times, I'm not out, and I'm not going to be out anytime soon. We'll dive into the details of this, but you should know from the start that you've got this and that it is going to be all downhill from now. Don't take my word for it. Just look at these beautiful cards coming up next. First of all, I see that you needed to wait something out. Perhaps you're coming from a time of turmoil, not knowing why certain things have happened the way they did, not knowing how to rebuild yourself. I sense that at first you might have tried to put patches here and there, trying to find quick solutions perhaps. And then you realize instead that you just needed to give yourself time to heal, recover, find strength again. Sometimes we want to move on quick so that we don't have to think about the past anymore, so that we don't have to deal with the pain anymore. We see it right here with the Page of Wands, wanting to quickly move to get to the next step, to the next chapter, not thinking about how to get there. And in fact, we know that by doing this, You might have ended up back to where you started more than once, making you perhaps think, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep finding myself in the same situation or the same type of situation? How do I break the cycle already? First of all, you need to understand the truth. And the truth is that it's okay sometimes to not be okay. You don't have to fear the moments of sadness and stillness. There is beauty in everything. And don't forget that shadows give us perspective and depth, which is fundamental in order to find real happiness. You don't have to find the perfect solution right away. You don't have to find the magical potion that will make you forget about everything or that would change someone else's perception and actions. What if instead you were able to change your own perception around negative situations and transform everything in a way that is going to benefit you? What if you could transform coal into gold, just like this magician down here, by the way? This is literally going to change everything for you, but how do you do it? We see it next. Right here, we have the Page of Cups and Strength. And again, this magician obviously transforming one element into the other. With this Strength card, we have a very important realization. And the realization is that you are much stronger than you think you are. When we experience fear and blockages, it's because we start losing faith into the belief that eventually everything is going to work out for us. Starting to lose faith into the universe of it all. And right here, you need to realize that you are in control even when you say you're not. You are manifesting even when you don't know that you are. Also, let me add one more thing to this. Something I've said in a previous reading a few weeks ago, and I believe that it applies to you as well today. We don't always know why certain things happen. And we don't know why they happen the way they do. But what we do know is that nothing really matters. Nothing really has a meaning of its own until we give it one. As you know, everything that is around you, everything you experience it because of your senses transmitting signals to your brain. Then it's your own brain that gives meaning to things. And so what if you started not seeing pain as something to avoid, something to fear, something that determines the end of the road for you, but instead you started seeing it as something that will propel you forward, farther, higher than you would have got without experiencing that pain or setback. I really like to see life as a menu, you know? Life shows you a whole bunch of options, things you like and things you dislike. When you see something that you just don't want, you don't get stuck on that page staring at it, hoping that it will change its ingredients and overall flavor. You turn the page, looking for something better. Well, this is what you have to do right now, Libra. Turn that page. There is something so much better awaiting for you. You have nothing to fear other than your own fear. Fears that we all have, by the way. Don't feel bad about it, but that we have to learn to control in order to live and not just survive. Now, right here, we have exactly that. We have something that shows how you can go from this Page of Cups, very inexperienced energy, very emotional energy, to the Queen of Swords, which will bring this transformation. Listen, it's clear with this incoming energy that you are in for a new beginning, and you are in for something that will truly balance everything you've gone through up to this point. And that's how the universe works. It always strives for balance. And unless you get stuck in one chapter on one page, and unless you fight off movement and transformation for fear that things could get even worse, then things will start happening for you, good things. With death rebirth, you need to keep in mind that in order to start anew, there is something that you need to leave behind. And I can tell that it's a belief. You might believe right now that every time you do something, you always get the same type of result. For example, every time you open up and trust someone, you end up in a place of imbalance and regret. Something always goes wrong. Well, you need to release that belief, or you'll be stuck in the same position you find yourself in today. You need to build trust again, knowing that it's not about not making mistakes, it's about learning from them. Knowing that even if you did go through a lot of painful moments, you have survived them all. Learning to love the sound of your rising from your own ashes. There is a reason for everything after all. Allow this moment to teach you, but don't let it stay for too long. You have something coming up with this rebirth energy that will shape a brand new life around you, which is going to surprise you in a very positive way. Something comes in when you least expect it, just when you let go of your need to maybe attach outcomes to people and situations, coming in as it was meant to come in. And it will all deeply revolutionize your life. I see it right here, but what is it? We'll have to see. So let's do that. Let's start clarifying. Let's look into all of the energies that will come right after this death rebirth moment. And let's see what you should expect in the near future, in the moment that you decide to let go, deciding to believe that you're going to be fine, and that nothing can or will stop you anymore. Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Libra, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 30-minute reading. The reading will be live. We will talk face to face on webcam. Get ready for that and get ready with 3 main questions. I select people every Monday morning and I send out emails. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Libra. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is Temperance. And honestly, with the combination of these cards that we got at the end of the previous reading, Temperance, Knight of Cups, and Page of Swords, we see something that should have already happened, that didn't happen yet, but that it's going to happen very soon for you. This is talking about patience. Temperance talks about patience, but it's not patience that you need to have. Because let's not forget that you have given up on something here, potentially. But this is someone who has been patient, who has been waiting to come in, waiting to make their move. And now this is about to happen, which is potentially part of your goal. That's why we got that main message. We see something very emotional coming in, but with this Page of Swords, this person has been watching you at a distance. Obviously, 3 of Wands, there is movement coming in, and I do believe that if you will let this happen, if you will believe that you can still get to where you want to be in life and you can still achieve your goal, whatever that might be, then this is the time when this is finally going to happen. What is it? We'll have to look into it. So first of all, let's clarify this Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Temperance energy, and let's see what you have coming up in the near future. Knight of Swords. Okay. Wow. Okay. Listen, this is definitely something that will surprise you. It will surprise you because not of what is going to happen, but the way it's going to happen as well. The first thing that we have seen is this.